I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You guys are so lucky I muted my mic before I started that. That was probably the loudest sneeze I've ever had. Oh boy. This has been, if you were in the Discord at any point, you would know. This has been a struggle to try to figure out how to route this in correctly. We even tried to, starts with an L, 1 second. There we go. Gotta find the thumbnail for this. But yeah, no, we were gonna make like a new character, and then I was like, it's gonna take forever to get the levels for that, which would have been fine. But then some guy offered to help, and I was trying to route that in, and it's such a struggle to get the ability to kill somebody in PvP. I need to change this charger too. Alright. I know this always takes me a minute to get started here, and like I apologize for that, but like there's a lot of tabs I'm pulling up, and then I'm like also sharing it to the Discord, and then that's pretty much it. But yeah, I guess it's not that much realistically. Okay, so the best way we could route this in, the fuck? That's so weird. The best way I can route this in, not gonna do anything there. I'll just put in our standard stuff for right now. Because we have to go through and kill shadows. We're gonna do wolf skip right now. We're gonna do the skip on the shadows fight. And then what else? We'll see if you can help us with Rom. If
Very
not, we'll
well.
just
Let me
grab beast blood pellets. I think we can kill them relatively easily. But yeah, stats are gonna be the normal ones that we do. This requires 7 strength, so we already have that. The rest is just gonna go into skill. Skill and arcane. This doesn't scale off of this at all, so I guess we'll just put these extra ones into here.
farewell.
Okay, let's go do wolf skip. Buy fire paper for those guys. How many of these do we? So we need 32 to do this twice. 9. Alright, we'll get this to +3. We should have 16 left. Alright, we're gonna go to first floor sick room. We'll go from there. But yeah, so basically what we're gonna have to do, it should be simple enough. So we gotta grab the wolf, grab him. He's gonna thrust us to this wall, and we're gonna get to the forbidden woods early without having to fight Amelia. Technically, we could go obliterate Amelia right now, but the goal is to not do that. His AI is also just terrible. We need him to do a grab attack right there. But hopefully this is the only weapon we have to do like this. Or we have to do like goofy ass routing. So he has to do a grab attack there, and he's not. The grab attack's like the super slow telegraphed attack that he can do. That one. I don't know exactly what just happened. I think we're stuck. I can't really see where we are. I think we're in the wall. Like, we're just gonna need a homeward bone out of here. Yeah, because he's not gonna grab us, I don't think. Okay. Reawaken. We also need him to stop hitting us to reawaken. I don't think I've ever had that happen. It's not really a consistent, it's not really a consistent.
Hi, EJ.
Yo, what's up? What's up, what's up, what's up? Oh, I forgot to post that as a short, bro. Shit, I need to do that.
Still playing the scary game, emoji loudly crying face.
Oh, yeah, we are. We've been doing a lot of Siege, though, too, honestly. And then, we've been playing a lot of Terraria off-stream, though. Okay, let's see what we got. Yeah, we're still playing it. I forgot to post a YouTube short. I should do that.
Oh damn it, I missed the Siege streams.
Oh, it's all good. We've been getting back into champ mentality, though, for sure. I don't know if that'll work. No, it won't. This is so difficult for some reason. I was able to consistently get this earlier.
It's Wobbit, by the way, emoji face with tears of joy.
Yeah, I remember. I'm not gonna lie, there is potential that I may have forgot your name, but I did not forget your tag on YouTube. I don't think that's one's good enough either. For some reason, he's getting off-centered there.
Kiera.
Kiera? Alright, I'll remember that from now on. Trust me, I will. But yeah, no, we've been doing a lot of Siege lately. I've been getting back into it with my brothers and whatnot. Getting some really nice clips, had a couple of aces, stuff like that. That's been fun. It took me a minute to get back into it though, to like consistently be good again. And then even, I went into a rank game the other day and like I got like destroyed. Okay, that one should be good. But it's not for some reason.
I literally phoned my dad to ask him where my phone was, ... so don't worry if you forget because I'm just as guilty. Emoji rolling on the floor laughing.
That's hilarious. And do you know where my phone is? Oh, this guy's making me mad. This should be a little bit more consistent than it is, but for some reason he's not. And like, what is he doing? Why is he walking away like that?
He literally ended the call in my face without saying a word. Emoji
seriously?
crying face.
That's so mean. I would have been like, let's look for it together. I would not have thought at all about it.
I'm the special one. Emoji face with tears of joy.
That's rough. This guy is really starting to piss me off. Come on. If he doesn't do this, by the way, I'm just gonna go obliterate Amelia.
I was looking for my glasses the other day, Jay.
No way. I'm sure they were on your head. Okay, this is a... We'll just leave it here. Alright, I'm over it. I'm just gonna go obliterate Amelia. Where is the lantern? Back here. This game, sometimes it can be
Dad
frustrating.
asked what I'm looking for, so I pointed to my glasses that was in my hand and said I'm looking for my glasses. Emoji loudly crying face.
No, it's scripted. That has to be scripted. Yeah, I was gonna try to, for context, I was gonna try to skip Amelia and then come back to her afterwards, but I guess we just won't. I think I'll just kill the next 3 bosses with a
Jay
+3 cane.
want to know something funny.
Sure. Oh, speaking of which, let me post that short.
My family nickname is Unconscious. Emoji face with tears of joy.
Your nickname from your family, or your family's nickname is Unconscious? That's whack, bro.
They call me it. Emoji loudly crying face.
That's rough. The only one that I ever got is like, it was called J-Bear when I was younger. But that's like the only one I can think of. Alright, let me do that.
My boyfriend's family calls me Coconut.
Coconut? It's an interesting one. Ready to watch poor Amelia get obliterated? With a +3 weapon. Second we break her stance, she's dead. This game is not scary when you're as strong as I am.
Because I'm a white Indian. Emoji face with tears of joy. Get it? Brown on the outside, white inside.
I do, I guess.
What does Amelia do?
What is it? Oh, she's a boss. She goes from this sweet little Vicar, I guess is what they call him. It's supposed to be a reference to someone who is of the church. So she goes from this into like a horrible beast. Because she lost her sister. But yeah, this entire game is kind of just like a boss to boss to boss. This is on God me if I don't get more than 4 hours of sleep in a night.
Shove a can of bug spray and use a lighter. Emoji loudly crying face.
There is something in this game called the flame sprayer. It's a left-hand weapon, and it does exactly that. It's literally just like a flamethrower. The entire game is just so peak, bro. Look at this. We're about to touch a skull, and it's gonna give us insight.
Master Willem, I've come to bid you farewell.
Oh, I know, I know.
Oh, I know, I know. You think now to betray me.
I love how it says
No,
pray slaughtered.
But you will never
Oh, yeah.
listen. I tell you, I will not forget our adage.
Shout out to that, Dance.
Like you a bounty hunter or something.
So, in this game, you're called the Hunter, which is someone who came from a foreign land. I like to
I'm
just... Ice Short King, that's crazy. What was I gonna say now? So, like, the short story of this game is you are a foreigner coming to Yharnam in search of something called a blood infusion, because the Yharnamites discovered this absolute god tier blood in the Chalice dungeons that could cure any illness, could grow back limbs, could just it's basically it was like a miracle treatment, right? And
Why are you running past those monsters?
Oh, because we don't need to fight them. Right now, what we're trying to do right now is we're going to try to get through the Forbidden Woods, kill the Shadows of Yharnam down here, which are 3 little shadowy dudes. The reason we just killed her was to get the password to come down into the Forbidden Woods, and then after that we have to kill Rom, and then we can get the weapon of this playthrough. Technically speaking, you can get it a lot earlier in the game, but we didn't want to do that because I didn't make the save state early in the game. But yeah, anyways, what they discovered though is after people started using this blood more and more to cure their illnesses, whatever, it ended up turning them into beasts, right? And in order to counteract that, they made something called an antidote, which I guess the Healing Church made something called an antidote, which was supposed to like cure the effects, but in all reality, all it did was kind of lessen it for a period of time, but then people still were turning into beasts. So the Healing Church is what was founded on the blood, decided to have a bunch of the Yharnamites go out and hunt the beasts at night. And long story short, they end up closing off old Yharnam. Yharnam gets the same treatment, and you're going there from a foreign land in order to... it's not described as you have, right? It's just you're sick with something. You get the blood transfusion, and you're told to go out and hunt a few beasts. And that's exactly what we're doing. But yeah, technically speaking, we're forever trapped here now. one of the main reasons I really like Bloodborne is because there's one of 3 endings you can do. One of the endings you submit your life to like the first hunter, German, right? And he kills you. You're supposed to wake anew and transcend the hunt and just be like your normal self, but that doesn't happen. You just end up starting over in the same state you did at the very beginning of the game. And then like the second ending, you take German's spot in the hunter's dream, becoming like, I guess, pseudo teacher for the new hunters. And then the third one, you become something which is called the Great One, which in this game is what I guess a special part of the Healing Church was trying to do that, as well as Bergenworth was trying to ascend in the Great Ones and try to figure out how to communicate with them. But anyways, you become a Great One, and you just host the nightmare. So there's no real escape in this game. There's just a bad situation that can get worse or slightly better.
Can you become a bad guy?
Oh yeah. From the beginning, you kind of are a bad guy, though, because there's a character in Old Yarnum called Jura. He has a really cool, like, how would you describe it? He has a really cool dialogue / quest line that he'll, the entire time you're fighting the beasts of Old Yarnum, he's like trying to kill you, right? He's trying to protect the beasts of Old Yarnum. You're like, why the fuck would this guy try to protect the people that are beasts trying to kill other people, right? And then when you progress his quest line, he'll tell you, you know, these were once people before, right? Like they didn't just start out as beasts. Like these were people who got turned into beasts, and there's no way to like revert them becoming beasts, right? So he's like, they're people too. You shouldn't be killing them. If you choose to save them, they'll give you like a cool dialogue, tell you about how he was once a hunter too. But then he realized that the people were not beasts, but people. And it just kind of changes your outlook on the entire thing, and like how many of these people really do need to be killed. Like you don't really know. But yeah, that's like a ridiculously shortened version of the game of Bloodborne. There's this guy on YouTube called
But like Scooby-Doo taught US, ... the real monsters are people.
The real monsters are people. Not in this case, though, right? I mean, I guess they are. But they shouldn't be considered monsters. But yeah, anyways, that was like a ridiculously shortened version. If you really are trying to get the lore of this game, though, which is, it has some of the best lore in all the Dark Souls games, in my opinion. There's this person on YouTube called Valtividya, and he has like 2 videos on it. It's really good.
So I mean, might as well give them the stabby treatment. Emoji face with tears of joy.
Might as well.
Y-A-Y bacon.
These guys can be really annoying. We're going to try to target the fire guy first. And fire is not really the best buff to use against these guys, but it's whatever. God, this guy on the right is so annoying. Oh yeah, we're super under level too right now. Makes me a little bit nervous for ROM, I won't lie. Because the route we're taking right now, we're like super under leveled for where we're at. Like our weapon is like not it right now. But that wasn't too bad of a fight. But yeah, later on those guys become like normal enemies. Grab this thing. Let's see if some guy wants to help us with the ROM fight. But yeah, after this fight, we'll get our weapons. That'll be nice. Like, realistically, you can get this weapon from the start of the game. We're also kinda...
The jump scares are crazy.
The jump scares? Oh yeah, there's always enemies hidden everywhere. It's kind of a standard in this game. Can't really think of anything. Let's see if he wants to help us. Okay, we're gonna be on our own. Let me think here. I don't want to kill Dark Beast, but we should go grab the pulp paper there. We're gonna need it because our weapon's super weak right now. So we'll go to the Cathedral Ward, and then we'll get snatched by a... I think they're called they're snatchers in this game, I think. So we'll get snatched by them, and then we'll purposely let them kill us, and then we'll go to High Purging Jail, we'll grab Bolt Paper there, fight Rom, and then we have access to the blade. And then we'll upgrade the hell out of it.
Emoji loudly crying face.
On God. People who have played this game before, though, I think a lot of them like when I talk like that, because it gives them kind of an understanding of how my thought process is on these games. It definitely is nerd talk, though, and we have all this shit written down in the Discord, too, you know. It's not like I'm just speaking new things. But yeah, we tried to do it earlier, but the route to do it earlier is just really annoying to grind all the levels that we already have a save state for. And we've already done this weapon like 3 times now, I think, so I'm just kind of over it. I
appreciate the talk, don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, we're gonna let this guy kill us. This is the only way to get to High Purging Jail early. And technically you can get to High Purging Jail later by Yarhart. And you gotta be careful too, because once these guys kill you once, if they kill you again, you can't get warped there.
I understand absolutely nothing besides stabby and bang dead emoji face with tears of joy. Yeah.
It is a little bit interesting. Anyways, the weapon we're going for right now is actually like one of the cooler ones in the game. Basically it's a short sword that turns into twin blades. And the more consistent hits or consistent attacks, I guess, like the faster you spam R1, the quicker your attacks are. And they're like super high scaling and skill, which is good for viscerals in this game, which is your parry, where if you shoot right before an enemy attacks.
What is your favorite weapon in this game?
So we made a tier list a while ago of all the weapons in the game after we beat them all. Maxed out. I would have to say overall though, like I think my favorite weapon is the Moonlight Sword. We're gonna turn down the audio because this is gonna get super loud out here. I'd have to say it's the Holy Moonlight Sword or the Whirligig Saw. Honestly, every weapon in this game is like really unique and really cool, except for the Amygdala arm. That one sucks. Bowblade was a lot of fun to use, and it's kind of a unique playstyle for Bloodborne because you never really play range, you know? Stake Driver is surprisingly good. I'm gonna kill this excellent files. That's realistically the only reason I came here with scrap wallpaper, because this weapon's so weak right now. They get like some really cool looking eyes too. I guess I'll grab the moon and we don't need it though because we're already way over. But yeah, I don't know if you've played this before. What's your favorite weapon? I don't know, like every single weapon. I genuinely love every single weapon in this game. Like there isn't a weapon that I don't like to use. Like the church pick is a weapon I'm not a huge fan of just because its hits are really weird. It's got like the weirdest moveset in the game. But it's still viable. You can still kill every boss in the game with it. And like the Beast Cutter has like terrible scaling, right? We just barely played with that one again. It has terrible scaling, but we like 3-shot cause with it, you know?
Are strength builds overrated among Soulsborne community?
Strength builds in... Let me think for a second. Strength builds in Dark Souls 1 is definitely... I need to go back here. I'm going to grab my echoes. I want to buy safety levels. Or not levels, vials. I wouldn't say they're over-leveled. Or overrated, I guess. Dark Souls 1, it's definitely a really fun playthrough to do. Like, because Dark Souls 1 has like some of the unique mechanics where if you hit an enemy enough, sometimes depending upon what they are, they'll get staggered and just fall over and you can like slam them in the chest. And there's some cool builds on that. Dark Souls 2, I just use magic. And that's the only thing I did. Because I don't like Dark Souls 2. That plat was such a bitch, too, to get. Dark Souls 3, strength builds aren't really used all that often. Not in meta. It's usually twin blades for meta. Or some form of magic. Bloodborne strength builds are really fun. And they're, like, really viable, too. Like, you take the saw cleaver. He's over here. I don't know why I keep running down here. You take the saw cleaver, right, and then pump up like 50 into strength. You can run through any boss in the game. I forgot that this is like the slowest attack until they get charged up. That he can one-shot me. For some reason, I think those guys attack faster in the dungeons. But yeah, Elden Ring strength builds. I have not found a strength build in Elden Ring that I liked. I've done like 3 different playthroughs too with strength builds. I just don't find them they're just not that good. I mean, like they're definitely. You can definitely use them to kill every boss, right? And probably do sub-frequent New Game Pluses. But I didn't like it because, I don't know. Elden Ring is kind of like the first game where I actually enjoyed faith builds, magic builds, shit like that. Let's grab shit and we'll go fight them. It'd be cool if we had the Cosmic Eye Watcher badge right now. I wouldn't mind. A Beast Blood pellet. Yeah, we'll throw on this. This will be interesting. I don't know why I went up there. It's right here. Burdenworth. Yeah, I don't think they're overrated. I do think that Bloodborne is the only one that I enjoy doing strength in, though. For all the Dark Souls runs that I've done, and like every time I've gone for the platinum, I usually run some form of dex. Usually when I run, it's weird. It's not really weird, actually. For Dark Souls 1, I took the Uchi Katana, and would just buff it with whatever resin I wanted or needed, I guess.
Are blood tinge builds a bit risky?
They can be early game. They can be like really. It can be really hard to set up early game, but if you use the Chicago, I think it's easily one of the best weapons in the game. And then the Bloodletter. The Bloodletter's kind of weird. I don't mind it. We could grab that empty Phantasm shell up there. We're not gonna do that. Let's grab the key. This weapon right here that we're using right now is buffable, but the blade is not. I don't know. Every time that I've done a Blood Tinge build, though, I've really enjoyed it because it actually is interesting. If you take a Chicago, get that to +10, and then get an Evelyn to +9, you can get it to +10 if you want, but you don't need to. If you get it to +9, you can do like 300 per hit, which can crack most head weak enemies in like 1 or 2 hits. Yeah. I hate that door does not let you sprint unless you click X on it. But yeah, I think they're really viable. Plus you can get... Alright. Oh, why he came down here. You can get really strong with them really quick, and they do a lot of damage, especially the Chicago. Shit. I guess Black Church it is. We're gonna get 1 shot, bro. We don't do any damage. We're gonna hit me with a Call Me On Junior. How is my dodge so weird there? I don't know if he will one-shot us, but I don't want to get hit by him and then hit by these little fucking spiders. Every other time that we've done this, though, by the way, like that maxed out weapons, we've been able to like 4-shot Rom before he can even move. Threaded Cane's kind of weird, I won't lie. This is one of my favorite weapons too, by the way. Because when you max it out, it can like absolutely obliterate any boss in the game because it's buffable. It's got serrated, and then it also has really high skill scaling, so it's like a mini sauce spear. Yo, what's up? Alright, we'll get the blade now. I'll probably run into the Chalice Dungeon too to grab a few echoes. And then we'll get it to +6. We'll run to DLC, grab the 6 chunks there. I guess we can also go to Canehurst to grab 5 there, and then we'll just farm the rest in the BEJ dungeon. But yo, well, that's good. But yeah, I think to say earlier about the Blood Tinge stuff, it's weird, right? Because Blood Tinge early is kind of cheeks, but the second it's like, the second you have levels to support a Blood Tinge weapon, it's like the strongest in the game. Because I think we 4-shot Cause with it on our last time we did the Chicago. And then we like 1-shot Amygdala. And we 1-shot... I don't know if we really 1-shot anybody else. But just a really solid weapon set. I don't know about the beast, or not the beast, about the bloodletter.
Why
I was
does
never
the
really a
Mensa
fan.
school summon the Red Moon?
I think they're trying to summon a great one. I think that's what the lore is. I don't think that it's actually the Mensa school. One second, let me take a drink of water. I don't think it's the school of Menses, I think is what they're called. I don't think they're the ones that actually summon the Red Moon. I think what they tried to do is basically host their own mini nightmare, in a sense, right? Because like when you go to the Nightmare Frontier.
What is your favorite weapon?
Oh, this guy just asked me earlier. I would have to say either the Holy Moonlight Sword or the Whirly Jigsaw. But I don't know, we've used every weapon now, and we're going through it again. Doing like... I don't even kill that guy. I don't even know why I went over there. Should we try to fight the Bloody Crow? I don't know if I want to fight the Bloody Crow with a +3 weapon, to be honest with you. Let me look up on the wiki in a second. But I think they're just trying to host their own nightmare, right? And that's why when you kill Mikolash, she's like, oh, now I'm waking up, I'm going to forget everything. But his actual body is the one that's supposed to be at the end of Yarhar Ghul, which has, like, been dead for years.
What? Turn back.
Yeah, that's emote
This
on
is
her.
my score to settle.
I did not mean to do that. My only question is, if we kill her here, can we still get the Hunter room? Because I know she'll drop her Crow Hunter badge. Alright. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna risk it. I think I can beat it.
Iharnamites were trying to make themselves stronger with both blood and insight, right?
I think so, but I think it was more so, like, Bergenworth that wanted to... I'm gonna take that off because I don't want to accidentally use that. Actually, no, we can use this because we're not... Okay. I thought it was mainly Bergenworth. That is pathetic damage, bro.
I know what she's with this fight.
I don't mind if I get these viscerals, though. We have a Clawmark rune on, too. It's just our weapon is +3 right now, is my only concern. And I really don't like fighting hunters that move like this, because the visceral is really weird. That one's really easy to fucking visceral, though. I'm not gonna lie, I am 100% just spamming her. Okay, should I actually try to time this? Let me come back here and I'll just time it instead of spam. I just can't really predict what attack she's gonna do. I guess it's hit me. Oh, that's a W. We can just wait it out, I guess. Do I have any poison knives? No. I'll just wait it out. This fight's really annoying though, I won't lie. I think if we get shot again though, we're dead. Yeah, this is another fight. Especially with a weapon that's at +3. What's the cheese strat, by the way? I am curious. Because the only one that I've ever heard of was like the one where you could like kill him by like locking him out of the arena, but I'm pretty sure that got patched. You can also skip this, right? Let's just go up here, it'll be quicker. You can also skip this entire, like... Well, it's not really a skip, but you can basically fight them and Amelia at the same time. I don't think that they target each other, though.
Blue
elixir backstabs. Oh, that makes sense. We need to go kill Gilbert, too. I want to have 2 claw marks. Right, anyways. Now we can really get into... One second.
Do you have a platinum?
Oh, for this? Yeah, I have the platinum for every Soulsborne game. But yeah. Okay, now we can buy this. Let's run over here and grab a couple more echoes. But yeah, for Bloodborne, I have the platinum. Anyways, we'll try to... How can I describe this better? I'm trying to think of the correct verbiage. So anyways, what we normally do for these videos, by the way, for everybody who's here, is we've already done this once before where we've done all the weapons. We haven't done it to the max though, like we have been lately, where I have a save state now that I can grab any weapon I want. Not realistically, but any weapon that's post or pre-Amelia I can grab, and then anything from the DLC I can grab relatively quickly. And what we do is we get the weapon to +10 as quickly as we can. We get the 26% gems with the 3% stamina down, and then we get like max tier Carol runes like we have right now, and like a really solid level. And what we try to do is just beat every boss that is possible with a maxed out weapon. And then we're doing a tier list again. I have like a rough tier list on... We posted in the Discord forever ago, but I have it on Discord. It actually has like 80k views, by the way. A lot of hate comments too, but... yeah. That's what we do, is we realistically, we fight every boss that's in the game. So like, Moon Presence, DLC bosses, Amygdala, Ebriatus, Celestial Emissaries, all the optional bosses we'll fight, Marta Ligarius. And what we try to do is just compare each weapon's damage at maxed out, as well as the moveset, buffable, whatever. We'll run her set this time, we normally don't. But yeah, so right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this to +6, and then we're gonna run to the DLC really quick, grab all the... What's it called in there?
Is your character all 9-9?
No, it's not all 9-9. It's to like max level before. I can't think of the word hard cap. So 50 is realistically your hard cap. So anything past that is like diminishing returns. So we have 40 vitality, 40 endurance, 51 skill, 51 arcane, and then the scaling on this weapon I have it written down at +10 is a B in arcane and then an S in skill, and it's also not buffable. So we're not going to be going for any of the buffable requirements. Like I'll go kill Dark Beast Parl. But we don't really need to. So yeah, anyways, we're gonna grab all the chunks we can. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna throw on that rune. I'm gonna take off this metamorphosis and throw on the eye rune because we're gonna go grind chunks in the dungeon after we grab all that we can from DLC and Canehurst. What was I gonna grab here? Oh yeah, we don't need to kill Dark Beast just quite yet. Did I grab Canehurst summons? I didn't. Let's go grab it. It's also going to be in the key item, but I already know I didn't grab it, so we'll go to the Forbidden Woods and grab that really quick. It might be quicker to do the wolf skip, but I have not been consistently getting wolf skips.
Is there really a good ending in this game?
Realistically, there isn't, though. It's kind of sad, and that's one of the reasons why I like Bloodborne. I said this earlier in the stream. That's the reason why I like Bloodborne more than the other Dark Souls games. It was the first one I played, so to its credit, maybe that's why it's my top Dark Souls game or Soulsborne game. Because there's no real escape, right? If you let Gurman kill you, you reawake, and you're in the same spot, right? I don't know, how am I? I'm like doing like down this road. Is it the R1? I really did not want to do a transform attack right there.
Your thoughts on Raccoon integration?
Oh, I'll give some thoughts on that one in a second. But yeah, there really isn't an escape, right? If Gurman kills you, you start the hunt over again. If you kill Gurman, and then Moon Presence absorbs you, you are now Gurman, which is just like a leader. I guess like the semi-host of the nightmare, I guess, right? Where you're teaching all the new hunters about the hunt, trying to transcend the hunt. And then it's back over here. I don't know why, like, I don't know why my memory is so bad right now. I know where everything is. I've played this game 100 times. But then if you kill Moon Presence, you basically become Moon Presence. And I like to think you're still trapped in the nightmare because you become the host of the nightmare. So I feel like there really isn't a good ending, but out of all the endings, Becoming a Great One's probably the best one. But Rakugo Chikage is one of the best weapons in the game, in my opinion. Like, we have it in the God Killer category, the 3 or 4 other weapons up there, which is the Holy Moonlight Sword, the Threaded Cane, the Ludwig's Holy Blade, and then I think like the Saw Spear are all up in that God Killer area. The Rikuyo, I've never had a good experience with the Rikuyo. We've used it twice now, and it's got like really good skill scaling, but its moveset's kind of cheeks, and you can't really get it till late game. And what we decided to do this time, to make sure that we're a little bit less biased, is I hate New Game Plus and Bloodborne. Out of all the Dark Souls games, this is my least favorite variant of New Game Plus because it's like just not scaled properly. So like the first couple bosses you fight are like ridiculously hard, and then by the time you get to Murgo, it's like a joke again. So I was never really a fan of the Rikuyo. It's way down on the list because we're going in alphabetical order right now. Okay, so that doesn't stack up. Really don't want to lose insight, but that's fine. Just parry this guy. Some weapons you can stagger him out of that attack. How did that not hit me? Concerning. I don't know, what are your thoughts on the Rikuyo? Chikage, I think, is like everybody's kind of favorite weapon in the game. Because it really is one of the coolest ones, too. It reminds me of the Rivers of Blood in Elden Ring. Yeah, I really don't know if there's I thought it was also interesting. I don't remember where we placed it last time, but it's kind of goofy. gonna go over to Gilbert too, get his claw mark rune. We'll have 2 claw marks on. And I might just try to... I think this is the only time we'll have a weapon that has S scaling and skill outside of, like, the threaded cane. So I might try to visceral every boss that is possible. Because I think the highest damage we've gotten from a visceral is 4,000. And that was at A scaling, so I wonder if you can get it to be stronger. But yeah, we'll grab the claw mark rune from him. Yeah, we'll go to Caners now.
What's the lore of Canehurst?
So, this one I actually do know. Why am I up here? It's, which is due. So the lore of Canehurst is when they first originally found the blood in the Temerian tombs, I guess is what they would call it, right? Like the underground chalice dungeon areas. There was this special blood that they found that was different from the original blood. And it was like a separate blood that was secretly shipped off to Canehurst and given to the nobles there. And it turned them into a different type of monster, which was, I guess, for lore purposes wise, that's why it did that, is it turned them into like the giant bloodsuckers, and then like the weeping ghosts, and then like the little servant dudes, right? And what had happened is Martyr Ligarius and the, what do they call them? Executioners, right? They decided to go and do like a full-on scaled attack on Canehurst. Realizing in doing so, Martyr Ligarius had killed the queen, but she couldn't die, or it's weird because like you technically can't kill her at all, right? Like she'll sort of have any amount of damage you do to her, and she can always be revived too. So what Martyr Ligarius decided to do is just seal away Canehurst from all of Yharnam by becoming like, that's why they call him Martyr Ligarius, is because he basically sealed himself away to hide Canehurst from the rest of Yharnam. And that's when you meet Alfred, right, who's Martyr Ligarius' like pupil, I guess, right? And his entire goal is to try to find Martyr Ligarius and then kill the queen, right? And God, every like NPC in this game's lore is so fucking sad, especially like Gascoigne's daughters, right? Martyr Ligarius, or Alfred, when you send him here, after he kills the queen, realizing, I don't think he was as smart as Martyr Ligarius and didn't realize that she can't die, right? So he'll end up going back to the original spot where you found him, which is like the, I guess, gravestone of Martyr Ligarius, right? And just kill himself there. It's really sad. But yeah, the lore is just supposed to be like it was secretly stolen blood that was supposed to be different, and it was only given to the nobles of Canehurst, and it transformed them into different monsters. And it's interesting because I almost wonder if it's like the Temerian Queen's blood that was given, because it has a lot of the similar looks to these guys. I don't know all the lore, obviously, but that's what I think it's supposed to represent. Is that I would assume the blood they're using in normal Yharnam is like maybe Evriadis' blood or something like that. That's who they found, and that's the blood they were using for normal Yharnam. And then like the Queen's blood is what was used here. But like you don't really know because it never really tells you. But yeah, that's why they're called the Vile Bloods. Is because it's supposed to be vile blood that wasn't supposed to be used. But Canehurst is pretty cool, I won't lie. It's like my third favorite area in the game. I'm not gonna grab the Executioner set. We don't need it. We'll grab the shortcut though. Yeah, right now we're just gonna try to kind of grind this weapon to +10. I didn't want to go this way.
Hi Jay. Skipping some comments.
And shout out to us getting
Do you have
all
a
the chat
flag?
again. I don't know how it does that.
Is your character all 9-9? Is there really a good ending in this game? Your thoughts on Raccoonio and Chickit? What's the lore of Canehurst?
I don't know why it rereads all the chat. But yeah, we'll come back here and kill Marta Ligarius later when we're at this. This is +10. But what our plan is for right now is we are going to grab the rest of the chunks here. We're going to run to the DLC, grab all the chunks there. And then I guess we'll farm BEJ for the rest of the chunks to get to +9. We'll grab a Blood Rock from the Chalice Dungeons. And then we'll farm a couple of dudes in the Chalice Dungeon for really good gems.
Blood make the Canehurst Queen immortal?
I believe so, right? Because like none of the rest of these guys are immortal. And that's the thing, like these guys I think got like a lesser variant of the blood, like all these servants and stuff. Because most of them aren't like horrific monsters besides the bloodsuckers outside, right? How in the world did that miss? How did that miss? Yeah, we should have gotten 5. Okay, we need to go into this corner. Reawaken. But you never know, like that's based on my knowledge. If you really are trying like to get lore on this game, the best person to look up is Vati Vidya. He does like lore on all the Dark Souls games. And his lore is really good. It's really accurate too. Yeah, it's just VAATIVIDY, Vati Vidya. Just look up Bloodborne lore and you'll see it. But yeah, he goes really in depth, and he talks about all the different endings and all like the hidden lore and stuff like that. But well, like based on the knowledge and what I remember from what he originally said, is that it was like they were grabbing all this blood. The Healing Church was grabbing all this blood from down in the Tumerian tombs, or like the Chalice Dungeons, and there was like this secret spy from Canehurst that took this blood, and it was only given to the nobles of Canehurst, and that's why they're supposed to represent, like, the nobles are like the women in the dresses and stuff like that, and the ghosts, and like the servants didn't really change at all, because like they still pretty much look the same, but then like the bloodsuckers outside, I don't know if that's supposed to represent like the men or something like that, but it was just like blood that was secretly taken from the Tumerian tombs, I guess. And that's why the executioners were like dead set on killing all of the Vile Bloods. Is because like it was a different set of blood. It wasn't like they weren't normal beasts, right? And like none of those guys are weak to fire, like say the regular beasts are.
Cursed fiends, they're chill.
And that's also cool, is that based on what type of enemy you're fighting, fire obviously works best against beasts. Bolt works the best against kin or Great One enemies, and then Arcane's the best against human enemies. So you can kind of always base off what's going to be the best. The best for a certain situation is just based on what type of boss. Like if we were to fight Ludwig here, it's actually really
Is the woman's
interesting.
voice Amygdala's voice?
I don't think so. It's weird. I really don't want to get attacked by this guy. This has some of the coolest like lore drop right here. Is it says right here, this is what you use to get to the hunter's dream, right? It says the eye of a blood-drunk hunter, its pupil is collapsed and turned to mush, indicating the onset of the scourge of beasts. A hunter who goes A hunter who goes drunk with blood is said to be taken by the nightmare, destined to wander forever, engaged in an endless hunt. It is a fate that no hunter can escape. I feel like it's supposed to represent that like this is like a separate area that was just created because of the cause experiments. But I don't really remember the DLC all that well. Ludwig has some really cool lore too. There's this other guy that makes like YouTube shorts on like characters, and that's pretty cool. Yeah, most of the chunks are gonna be in this little cave up here. I'm gonna grab the eye pendant so I don't forget. But it's also interesting because what's her name? Amelia is supposed to be a lady after Ludwig, right? Like the one that's praying at the altar, and that's supposed to be her sister next to her. From the door, bud. That one shot me. 50 HP in that, or 40 HP in that one shot me. That's crazy. I'll just kill him next time. Usually you hope that he swings outwards, because like whenever I run up to him to fight Ludwig, you can kind of sneak past him sometimes on that right side. But yeah, I don't know, because then that would, if you would think about it, right, since Amelia's here, and it's supposed to be your sister to, like, the right of her, right? That this exists out of time, because Amelia's still, quote-unquote, technically alive in the game. But then again, you kill her, so maybe that's why she's here, I don't know. I'm not a theorist. This is the one thing I hope Matt Pat would do before he retires, bro. There's any guy that can figure it out to be him. This guy's still hitting me. Sneak past him. And then this is Lawrence right here, right? And that's whose skull you touch in the game, right? You touch Lawrence's skull to get the knowledge of what the password is to get to Bergenworth. But like Lawrence's skull is also an item that you get in the DLC to fight Lawrence. Oh yeah, what I was trying to say earlier is Ludwig, his first phase is really weak to fire paper, but then once he uses the Moonlight Sword, I guess it's just fire in general, but he's weak to fire paper because he counts as a beast. But once he gains his sanity from getting the Moonlight Sword, he takes extra damage from Arcane. It's pretty cool. I think it's really cool. That it's a really cool detail as well. Yeah, this boom hammer right here too, that's the weapon we're using next. This one's a really fun weapon too. I think this next time when we use it, I'll try to put some fire gems into it. Because when we did it originally, we just did tempering gems. Which aren't bad, and that's what we're going to use for this. Is like 25% tempering gems. grab the shortcut, and then we'll go farm the EJ for the rest of the chunks. Grab a blood gem, and then gems. And then I guess we just boss rush at this point. This is definitely longer. We've been able to get most of these entire streams, including grinding for gems, done in 3 hours. This one's been taking a while. I think that's just because we fought a bunch of the bosses with, like, terrible weapons. Dying also doesn't help. But yeah, so far we've done the arm, the beast claw, beast safe, the... what is that? Oh, the beast cutter. Now we're doing the blade of mercy. It's actually going to be the bloodlighter next, I think. Not the boom hammer. Okay, let's make sure we have eye rune in there. Alright, we need 7 from these. Speaking of which, I'm never one to want to plug. I never want it to come off sounding like join the Discord because I need people in there. In the Discord, we have an entire section just dedicated to chalice codes, and these are like all the chalice codes for the ones we use. So like gem farms, how to get weapons earlier in the chalice dungeons. Obviously rune farms. I guess in this game they're called echoes, blood echoes, and then Kara rune locations. So yeah, if anybody's ever interested, by the way, I should have that linked on it. If not, comment on this thing, and I'll make sure that you guys are invited. And I wasn't even really the main person that did it, by the way. Some guy was the one who really did it. That's his name, by the way. I'm not just saying some random guy did it.
Is Soulsborne combat the best?
I love it personally. I would still give combat to God of War, especially the recent God of Wars, like God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok. I feel like that's the best way to do a beat 'em up game, is to have weapons that are unique, not too many of them. And then they have like move sets that you can upgrade if you're just doing pure combat. But I like the lore, like Dark Souls. And it also depends too, right? Because like Dark Souls, each one of the Dark Souls games has like its own unique mechanics, right? Like Dark Souls 1 has like the biggest parry window out of any Dark Souls game you'll ever play. Like, you hit at any point during their attack, before or after. I didn't do that. Before or after, and you get the parry, right? Dark Souls 2, on the other hand, is absolutely terrible. Like, the entire game is terrible. You have to level up in ability just to be able to dodge better. Your healing is slow. The only real way to get consistent heals is to use life channels. And then, Dark Souls 3 is good. I think they did a really good balance. A really good balance of parry timing, enemy movesets, enemy hitboxes, etc. What else? Sekiro is interesting. I'm not a huge fan of it. I did platinum it though, and it's got some pretty fun bosses, but Sekiro is just like, we didn't get any chunks from this guy. That's what we're hoping to get, is chunks from these guys. Sekiro has a really good parry mechanic, though. I like that you build up your own posture and the enemy's posture, and then you get death blows. So basically, a boss really only has to get hit 3 times with death blows to die. At most. Bloodborne is really smooth. The viscerals are really smooth, especially with the guns. For parries. And I especially love Bloodborne. It's I'll remind myself. I especially love Bloodborne because each weapon is like basically 2, right? And that's really cool. And like no other Dark Souls game has done that ever since. It's such a cool moveset where you can go from a transform to non-transform and special attacks. And there's just a bunch of unique weapons. Elden Ring, though, at the same time, Elden Ring's combat and open world design and atmosphere is probably like my second favorite in the series. They did a really good job with Elden Ring, and I'm really hoping the DLC is good too. But I mean, like, it couldn't have done a good enough job because I'm still playing Bloodborne, bro. You know? But I do have like over 1,000 hours in Elden Ring now. There we go, we got 2. So anybody who's wondering, by the way, you can farm chunks really easy. It's actually kind of crazy. You can farm basically anything in the dungeon. You get a +10 weapon, get max level, get max tier Carol runes after fighting 2 bosses in this game. Technically, quote unquote, technically 3. You don't really have to kill cleric beasts, but if you want to buy bold hunter's marks, which are usually really helpful, you need to kill 3. You just have to kill Gascoigne. You can even cheese Gascoigne using the gravestones. Blood-starved beasts can be cheesed like no other with Molotovs, pungent blood cocktails, fire paper, beast blood pellets. I think it's right here, right? Or is it to the right? It's right there. And then cleric beasts is just kind of a joke if you know how to play a Dark Souls game. Especially if you throw 3 Molotovs at his head, it usually cracks it and you get a visceral. And just stay behind him. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's the best, but it's definitely my favorite. One of my favorites besides God of War. I don't know, like the Shadow of Mordor games / Batman Arkham games can be fun too, if they're not. If you don't play it too much, I don't know how to describe it. If you play too much of them, they can get really boring, you know. Because the combat's just square, 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 triangle, circle, square, square, square. I don't know why I was positioned like that. This guy has some cool. So I can also drop a blood rock. That's crazy that we have. We have 310 discovery and we got 2 chunks. That's whack. I've had it before where I have like 200 discovery and all of it's from the eye rune that we use. And I'll get like a blood rock consistently from this guy. But it's fine because there's a chalice for blood rocks. But yeah, now we're just going to do this again. And this is kind of the grindier part of the game, right? I guess not really game. Because, like, Bloodborne, if you kind of know what you're doing, is a relatively easy game, in my opinion. Especially if you are exploiting weaknesses of bosses with, you know, papers. But since we're trying to max them out, this is kind of where it gets grindy because we just got to get to plus 10, and then we got to get really good gems, which I don't mind doing. We used to do this as a new character every single time, and that would take forever.
Is this the end game content of Bloodborne?
Not exactly. So for like the base game right now, we have Murgo left. Oh, I guess we have what's his name? We have the One Reborn first, then Mikolash, Murgo, Gerham, and then Moon Presence, as well as I haven't killed Dark Beast Parl yet. We'll kill him first after we get plus 10. So Dark Beast Parl, Celestial Emissaries, and then Ebrietas are still left in the base games. That's quite a few. And then in the DLC, we have all 4 of the bosses left. So, Ludwig, Living Failures, Lady Maria. There's actually 5 bosses. Kaz, and then Lawrence. The DLC, though, especially Ludwig. Ludwig is such a good fight. His OST is amazing. I feel like that's also another one of the reasons why I love Dark Souls games, is because of the music. It has some of the best music in any of the games. Although, honestly, Ragnarok had some really good music too, especially Odin's theme. But yeah, like Slave Knight Gale, Dark Eater Midir, Ornstein and Smough. That's kind of a mid OST. Gwyn, Soul of Cinder. These are all like amazing OSTs. Take this iron off, dude. We gotta get 8 chunks. We have to get 5 more. These guys can only drop 2. And I wonder if the eye rune's giving us too much discovery, because most enemies in this game have a loot pool of what they can drop, and it's based off of your discovery and RNG. So I wonder if, since we have such high discovery right now, we're getting like the best shit they can drop, which is not exactly what we want. We just want chunks. And again, it is RNG. But yeah, basically, to like reiterate what I was saying earlier, these items we're getting right now, we wouldn't really get the next two. So like the chunks, but since you can do it in the... We have to kill these guys. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to fight every boss we can at a max level. Just because we can, I guess. Most of the other Dark Souls games you can't do this. Which kind of sucks, but then again it also makes sense, because like... this is such a goofy mechanic. And like, it's so like, if you go through this normally your first time and don't know how to like level progress, like you'll get stuck so fast in these dungeons, because like at the very end you get one that nerfs your HP to nothing, and bosses that can one-shot you. Oh, that guy lets you backstab. Never mind. But yeah, I'm hoping with a Visceral we'll be able to do 4K, because this is going to get to S scaling and skill, which is what your Visceral is based off of, is your skill scaling of your weapon as well as your skill on your character. And then there's also a way to boost it, and that's by using Clawmark Carol runes, and we'll have 2 of them. Technically we could grab 3 if we really want. Why am I lost every time I come in here? It's because, like, it's so weird. Every iteration of this dungeon, like, the ladder's either on that left side there, right there, or where we're standing. Well, yeah, I've been yapping all day, dude. Normally we really don't talk this much, at least not about Bloodborne. That's nice, though. I don't mind sharing my knowledge on this game. I might not have the lore down to the T, but I have the gameplay down to a T. But you would hope that that's the case after how many playthroughs I've done. And we used to not really do these playthroughs with maxed out weapons. We used to just progress in the game until you could get one and then just level it up normally, you know? I think it's cooler this way though. Last that long. This has one of the cooler moves. We're gonna take the eye rune off and see if we get better drops. That's really weird. Like, normally we'd gotten enough by now. Take off the eye rune and see if that helps. Because usually each one of these guys would drop either 2 or 1 of the chunks. So I just wonder if we have too much discovery. Yeah, this one will probably be longer than all the rest that we've done, but I'll still try to stick with what I've been trying to do, which is to get all of the bosses done in one stream. I have time to do it today, so... Excuse me. I don't know what I ate for lunch, but it's been just killing me. It's been killing my throat for some reason. I honestly wonder if I'm just sick from this weekend. But yeah, we'll try to finish it in one stream. Because after we get this, we need to get a rock, and then our gems, and then we'll fight bosses. So after we get to the bosses part, it should take... I'm going to grab this, because if not, I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning. After we get all of our chunks here, we should easily be able to get all the bosses done in 2 hours, I think. This will be an interesting fight for Amygdala. I think I'm going to have to bait out head attacks. So we'll try to see if we can bait out a jump attack. And then Ebriotis is going to be weird also, because Ebriotis doesn't really drop their head, except for one attack, which is it's just inconsistent to get. Dark Beast, we should be fine. I can't think of any other boss that would give us trouble. Obviously, like, Cause could always give us trouble. I think I have a strat for Cause, honestly. I've been working on it for a little while. It's not exactly consistent, but when it is what we want, which is that huge jump attack towards you where you can do a charge R2 visceral, if we can bait that out, we'll be really good on damage.
Are there multiple amygdalas? Or is amygdala immortal?
There's actually a lot of amygdalas. You'll see when we go to Yahar'gul, there's like a ton of them on the wall, but there's only one you can fight outside the Chalice Dungeon. You can fight one in the Chalice Dungeon, but I think it's like a lesser amygdala. Oh, why do I have this two-handed? Come on, just attack me. Yeah, there's a ton of amygdalas in Yahar'gul. Like they're hanging from the building, and it's actually really cool because their heads follow you. But there's only like two you can fight. And this guy gave us a fucking gem. Oh boy. Oh boy. Cross your fingers we get on the next two. I don't mind having to grind this, but... Ah, damn. This is annoying. Actually, hold on. What am I doing? Like, actually, what am I doing? To my credit, by the way, before anybody goes in the comments after watching this stream, I did not think of this because this is not normally the route we take. We can easily just go to Yahar'gul right now because we already have access to it and just grab a bunch of chunks there. We didn't even need a grind there. Alright, I'll be back in just a second. I'm gonna run to the bathroom quickly. Okay, yeah, I'm back. I'm so sorry that I completely forgot about this for a second, after saying that I am the champ in this game. But yeah, these are all the amygdalas. I don't know if this one's head will follow us. We'll see one closer up. This one right here will attack us. I didn't want to run into that guy. But yeah, normally, to my credit, if I can get any credit, normally we'll have not fought two bosses we've really fought, so that's why we'll grind chunks quicker. Instead of doing what we're about to do right now. But yeah. We'll get the chunks, we'll grab a rock from the Chalice Dungeons, farm, gems. These aren't going to be chunks. I know where 4 are, so we'll just grab this. But yeah, at the next Need to grab this too. Upper Cathedral Ward. I don't need that. Also gonna throw this on. Get a little light. I grabbed that off of him, right? Yes, okay. But yeah, like you can see this one right here. This one's head follows us. You can't attack it though. I guess it's not gonna follow us. Don't make a liar out of me, please. The one up here though will definitely follow our movements. Look how cool that shit is, dude. God, that's why this game looks so good. Alright, there's a chunk right here. Let's grab that one. This guy up here will drop chunks too. We need one more, don't we? But yeah, this one, like look at this one right here. This is one of the amygdalas. It follows us. See? But the one that we fight has like its eyes popping out. Should we grab this third claw mark? No, I'll keep it as a stamina one actually. We don't need 3 claw marks. Alright, there should be a chunk on this guy's body. Not this one right here, but the one on the right. Yes, sir. Alright. So now all we need to do is run through the Chalice dungeons, grab a rock, and then we'll farm gems, and then we'll just boss rush. So this is usually we're able to get this part done in about an hour-ish. Max out our weapon, and then do that. But this time it's just taking longer. And like I said earlier in the stream, we could have easily just made a new character and grinded all his stuff off stream, but I didn't really want to do that, and I didn't really have time to do that. So we're not going to do that. Okay, we'll throw in the iron though for these guys. Look at it in the chalice codes. Well, I added an extra M right here. Right? Let me hear you. Okay. Amygdala though has like some of the best music in the game. Especially it's like third phase music. Put this right here. So yeah, it's actually it's right here. I like how we have that set up too, where it says where the item is. I'm kind of an ass, bro, because I was the one that asked for that. I was like, hey, can you just... We have a link to the videos, right? But instead, I'm just like, hey, can you just tell me where it is so I don't have to look at the video? If there's a wolf right here that jumps us, yes, okay, we're running. I think it would be interesting to set this weapon up as like an arcane weapon, but I feel like we can't do that. Because arcane is not exactly god tier against any enemy. Alright, so our weapon will be max level now. And then we gotta go grind to the chalice dungeon for gems. I really do like Eileen's set. Maybe I'll grab the... No, I feel like we never really rock her armor set, so I'm just gonna keep it on. It's really not the best stat-wise. Alright, so at plus 10, just for reference, it's got an S scaling in skill and then B in arcane. Arcane scaling is kind of weird, by the way. It's not real. Some weapons it's really noticeable, right? Like, what's it called? Oh, let me find this chalice code. The Tonitrus, for example, gets a really interesting buff compared to the other trick weapons. It gets like a flat arcane damage added to it when it's buffed, and then also it increases lightning damage, obviously. But that's like that's a weapon that has an arcane scaling that actually does pull off of your arcane stat, and the higher your arcane is, the better damage you'll get off of it. I mean, dude, like the weapons in this game is so cool. Are so cool, right? Like a stake driver, something to just fucking. Oh man, that's really cool. A mace that's lightning, and a hammer that's fire. A saw on the end of a mace. Like they're all just really cool. A blood katana based off of your own blood. A cane that turns into a whip. A sword that turns into an even larger sword. A sword that turns into a mallet. Like, it's just really cool. Alright, this guy's gonna be annoying to fight. Maybe we should have put another claw mark in, because maybe we could one-shot this guy. Our goal is just to sneak up behind him, charge R2, and then hit him with a visceral. This guy, by the way, if you look at our health, we can one-shot. Bullets are ass.
Is the cannon gun the best?
No, not really. The cannon, it's like the issue with the cannon is that it takes, I think, 4 bullets to shoot. It does decent damage if you like max it out, right? But it doesn't really visceral, right? It doesn't parry. So it's kind of a waste. And like realistically, the best gun you can do for damage is called the Evelyn. It's a weapon that scales heavily off of your blood tinge. So if you put a really high blood tinge like you would with like a Chicago build, your Evelyn will also be really strong. But the cannon's like not impossible to use. Like people definitely have used it, and there's like something called the church cannon which has a little bit better scaling. But it's just kind of a goofy weapon. We don't want Cursed Adept. So what we're looking for here is a Cursed Tempering Gem. It'll have like 26% up attack, and then we're also... What's the durability on this weapon? We can use 2 weapon durability down curses. Hopefully we get a stamina down one, because that'll just increase the amount of stamina that the weapon uses per swing. Well, hopefully we want this guy to attack each time. This guy will one-shot us, so we have to be really careful. But yeah, the cannon's just kind of goofy. It's like a gimmick weapon. But I think that might be one of the weapons we do, too, at the end, after we finish all these weapons, again. I'm thinking we'll do, like, a firearms only playthrough, and then a hunter tools only, so, like, the magic items only, and then the hunter tools only. We're getting really bad RNG right now, sadly. Like, this entire stream, we've just kind of gotten shit RNG. It's really weird though, like we should really be getting good RNG with how high our arcane is, but you never know. Alright, turn around, bud. I am not here, you do not see anything. Let's break line of sight. There we go. You have to be really careful. Are you kidding me? There's like no possible way you could have heard this. Cursed Adept is not what we want, bro. We don't want blunt attack, especially on this weapon that's thrust. Oh man, our RNG is so bad right now. But yeah, we're just trying to get a good jump from this guy. What is our discovery if we take this out? We should look, because it was around 212 last time. What is the discovery we had last time? What'd you say? Are Americans very friendly? I think so. As long as you're not an asshole to them, I guess. I don't know. I'm American. I find myself pretty friendly. But that's like to a point, you know, right? Like, you keep fucking with me on like stupid shit, or if like someone breaks into my house, you best believe I'm defending myself. You know? But I feel like overall they are. And like, I feel like, I don't know, it's really weird, because if you're like another country and you just go based off of like American stereotypes, like people say we're like super racist and that we're super opinionated and that we love our guns and that we're, you know, kind of hillbilly-esque, but like realistically we're not, you know. There still are some bad apples here, especially that can be racist, but like the majority of the public isn't, you know. And compared to like other countries, you know, stances on like LGBT stuff and stuff like that, like I feel like America's very progressive. But yeah, there's bad apples wherever you go, you know. There's people who are just mean. But I feel like typically they are. And that's the thing too, right? Like, if I ever get stranded somewhere, dude, someone would like always be able, like, or be willing to help, you know. And I've helped a few people, you know, change their tires and shit like that. Oh, we almost one-shot this guy. I love that. Give me this. Look, they're stranded on the side of the road. I didn't buy any more of these, did I? Alright, we'll start using the hunter's mark. That's gonna get rid of all our echoes, though. I don't know. I'm scared for America right now, I'm not gonna lie. I think we got two people coming up for president that I don't know if either one should be in office, you know? And not in like a threatening way, like they can't be. It's just like, I just don't think it's what America needs right now. What are you? Yes, sit back down, bud. Okay, we got another adept, which is not what we want. So these all come with like a downside, right? Attack versus beast down. These ones right here don't come with downsides. But the good gems. The good gems come with a curse. And usually you want weapon durability down or something else. And this guy has like a whole loot pool. You can drop blood vials, you can drop all sorts of different gems. Ritual blood, bullets, everything. I wonder if we can just one-shot him after this. I think we can kill him quickly enough to get him around. But he doesn't really give us gems. It kind of sucks because this is purely RNG based, bro. Like, there's nothing I can do to speed this up. We're gonna go naked this time. That seems to give us gems. How did that one not get him though? I just really don't want to go one shot by this guy. And you kind of have to go forward to bait out an attack. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let the grinding begin. We gotta look at our little, look at our messengers, they're special. They have the bloody bow. some weapons you can chain a backstab, right? Which means that you can do a charged R2, a visceral, and then another charged R2, and it'll work, but this weapon just does not have any range. So I'm nervous about using this also on what's his name now, Kaz. Because Kaz, when he does that jump attack, that's what we're planning to use our visceral on. It might not work. And the sad part is we gotta get 2 good gems from this guy. So that's not... It's not good. We can use that, right? We can use that and switch it out with a 3rd gem whenever we're not fighting beasts, but this is the grindy part of the run, right? Since we're trying to get as strong as we possibly can, we're trying to get a gem that has that damage modifier and a curse effect that's not exactly terrible, because like beast bosses, there's really only like 2 or 3 left that we need to fight, but I don't really want to go to the hunter stream every single time to switch out my gems, right? So that's the reason we don't want that one. But it dropped a gem, so that's good. And you dropped another one, that's good. So we can't use that one, because that one depletes our HP. And we don't want that. We're gonna start using blood for our bullets. The HP depletes is just kind of unnecessary, like it's one of the worst ones you can get. That's what the Chikage does, by the way, when you go into the blood form attack, it does HP depletes. Which isn't bad when you're using it as the playstyle, but when it does it constantly, and you can't stop it, it's kind of bad. Like, it's usable for sure, but not what you want. This kind of sucks, dude. But it's fine. We've done this before, where we've taken us 10 minutes to get all 3 gems.
Downfall movie?
I haven't seen the Downfall movie, no. I haven't heard of that movie either. I think the last movie I saw in theaters... Shit. I can't think of one. I guess like Love and Thunder. Thor, Love and Thunder. Damn, this guy's gonna give me an... What's that one about? I don't know, I just haven't really been... I haven't enjoyed the movie theater in a long time, man. They're so expensive, too. If, like, another Star Wars movie comes out, though, or, like, a Marvel movie I'm hyped about, I'd go watch that, you know? But even, like, the FNAF movie, I was gonna go watch that in theater, and I was like, there's no point. We just watched it on Peacock at home, you know? I couldn't see that guy. I am so glad I hit that. I couldn't see because of this cart behind me. What in the world is this gem? Hold on, let me send this to what's his name in the Discord. Look at this. This is the weird... See, like, this is what I mean, by the way, about this being RNG. Like, I have never, in the history of this game gotten this. Like, I know what a Fool's Gem is, obviously, right? But we'll run it. We'll run it, I guess. Or maybe we won't, actually. We'll be able to one-shot that, though, if we put that on. So let's go run and put that on really quick. But yeah, like, it's literally RNG. They can drop all sorts of stuff. They can also drop different shape gems and different tier gems. It's RNG. If we put both these gems in, though, we'll be able to one-shot this guy, so it'll speed up the process a little bit. Let me type in the Discord really quick. I'll mute my mic, because every time I don't, people are like, oh, look at bro typing away.
Have Marvel and DC gotten worse over time?
I would say yes, honestly. Marvel movies used to be like really good, dude. You remember, like, I don't know if you ever remember watching like the Iron Man movies or like the original Batman movies with like Christian Bale, I think is his name, and then obviously, what's that guy's name? I don't remember the Iron Man guy's name, but those movies were amazing. And then like the recent one, Thor: Love and Thunder, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I didn't like either of those. You know. We should one-shot this guy, by the way. Alright, that's good. Still not what we want. I think they have, though. I don't know, the new Aquaman movie that came out recently, I actually liked that one. I liked how they gave the supposed prince, or like the... I can't think of his name. This was the guy that was like supposed to be king before Arthur. They gave him like a redemption arc, and I liked that a lot. This one's taking forever, dude. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I might go throw that eye room back on. I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious, bro. I don't know why we're not getting the good gem. Or gems, at least. It'd be better if it was consistently bad gems, just not garbage like what we're getting. Holy shit. Bro said Eileen said, I swear that.
Face green smiling.
What? I don't know what that is. Come on, just give us something good, man. I'm gonna go throw in the iron. I'm gonna say this right now, though. If we don't get the Carol room, or the gem that we want...
Miyazaki said Quicksilver bullets.
Miyazaki said Quicksilver bullets. He better change his tune, bro. If we don't get the gems in the next 30 minutes, I'll probably just grind this off stream. Because like I can go to like 6, 7 on a stream. I don't mind streaming a bunch, but like normally we'd already be fighting bosses, right? I don't like to stream us just grinding gems because it's just me sitting here mumbling to myself, rambling, yapping on. Yeah, you better change his tone though, bro. Change it to gems. This iron is what you normally put on like a character that doesn't have a high arcane to increase your chance of getting the gems. But like we're not getting them. Hopefully we can still one-shot. Oh yeah. Okay. Damn, we'll take it. That's perfect. We can get 2 of those technically. But I want to get one that's not that, right? And I wouldn't mind running the 30% up attack because the only issue is we gotta be at max HP and I don't want to constantly be trying to heal myself. To stay at max. Okay, we can't use that one. So really what we need here is either a attack versus kin down or durability or stamina. And then we gotta go farm one more guy for a triangle gem. Hopefully he drops it first try. Oh boy. We might have to go naked. We might have to go naked. I just want this gem, bro. I just want it to be over. Going naked, by the way, really doesn't change anything. That's a superstition, though. We might just have to rock it at this point, man. Well, I don't know. Because I want to give this thing the best advantage that it can have. But I don't like grinding this forever. We've had times where we've had to take 3+ hours grinding this guy for gems. Knock on wood, cross your fingers, that's not what happens here. But God damn. This guy just won't give me what I want, bro. This is gonna take forever, bro. This is gonna take forever. I'm gonna sink into madness before we get it. I don't know. I feel like it can always take this long, though. That we're lucky whenever we get it quicker. I can't use that. This weapon doesn't have a charged R2 in its transform state, so we can't do it. Charged R2 that way. I don't know what to do. Alright, we'll do it 5 more times, and if we don't get it, we'll just rock that gem. I don't really want to grind all day. And it'll be fine. I'll just monitor my health better. Like, normally I'll play pretty risky, like I'll be low and still not heal. But, like, this time we'll just spam heal every time. It's not how we like it, but we're gonna take it at this point. So now all we gotta do is every time... It's gonna suck. Every time we fight... Oh, please don't tell me it was... That's 2 beasts down. Fuck. Okay. That's annoying. I thought it was a kin down. I think we have 2 beasts down now. Alright, so this guy will drop triangle gems. Hopefully consistently for us. We just need to get the same thing that we've been trying to get, but only once. And this one also kind of sucks, because now we're going to have to heal each time we drop down on this guy to get our max damage. Bro, normally I'd be on cause right now thinking about how I'd fight. What's his name? How are we going to fight our boy Lawrence? This RNG is gonna drive me mad, man. And that's what kind of sucks, is like it's not even... Like there's nothing I can do to change it. So I guess I really can't be upset about it. There's nothing I can do to change it. I already have an eye rune on. And then we have High Arcane for Discovery. Nothing I can do. See, like... What is this? That's a gem we need for the boom hammer. That's a really good gem. That's a really good gem, by the way. If you're doing a fire build. We are not. We can put that in an uncanny one, though. But I don't know if you like want to make an uncanny fire weapon. That just doesn't sound good. I will take an arcane gem, by the way, if it has the modifier that we want. So, like, if we get a cursed arcane gem, like the fire gem we just got, I will throw that in and just run that. Bloodletter is going to be interesting, by the way. That's the next weapon we're using. I don't know if I'll be able to do that tomorrow. I almost guarantee I won't be able to. Probably have to do it Thursday. But that'll be interesting because we have to kill 2 of the DLC bosses to get to it. 15 minutes if we don't get gems in 15 minutes, bro. I don't want to split this up into 2 vids, though, or 2 streams. It's just, this is really annoying, man, because there's nothing I can do. Except for just BRNG this. I think the main reason I'm getting so annoyed is because the last, like, 4 times that we've done this, we've gotten it done in less than 10 minutes. Because we get pretty lucky with the gems we get. my god. That's the gem we want, though, but just with a better curse. Like, for this weapon, or for this one, though, like, if we get a beast down, then we can use it now. Because we can just swap them out based on the boss we're fighting, but I don't want to. But we can. Well, yeah, I think we're still going to go farm that other guy, too. Because I don't know if I want to have a beast down gem against Lawrence. He's already tough enough. Fuck it. We're taking it. We are taking it. I'm gonna just out of here. It's actually kind of interesting, like, low-key NGL. I'll try to be that guy. Realistically, I kind of did want that gem. Because we've done all physical attack ups, and that's, like, always a solid choice, right? But with 50 arcane and B arcane scaling, which is one of the highest you can get in the game, it might actually be good. How is this better? I don't know about this, dude. This seems so weird. That's a flat out attack. And it is better, though. That's not a good gem, though. I don't know what to do. Well, actually, I'm lying. I do know what to do. I don't know if I want to do it, though. I think we just have to keep grinding until we get it. I don't want to do that, but I think we might need to. Because I'm trying to be unbiased against weapons, and if a weapon doesn't have good gems and it's lacking damage, I'm going to be like, oh, well, the weapon's just bad. When I didn't have it set up right. It could be blamed on me. A Fool's Gem's not bad, and that'd be like really cool in like a stake driver, but we're not doing a stake driver. almost done. I'm just gonna rock that at this point. I'm not gonna press it. I'm not gonna press my luck. I guess we'll go farm that 258 Eaton guy. Because that's not good. I think we're just gonna walk flat. No, I think we'll just put in the percent gem and just try it out and see if we hate it. And we'll put it in against Kin down. Let's put that stamina rune in here. Alright, let's go fight bosses now. We are gonna have to go to the... let's grab this. We're gonna have to go to the Hypergen. Oh, Hypergen jail, like it's not gonna work right now. We're gonna have to go to. Wait, did we not? We didn't grab the shortcut. Rough. And we are playing rough right now. Let's try to be positive though. Because now we gotta fight bosses. What? That's not good. We should definitely be able to one-shot that guy. Maybe not. I don't know why I didn't grab this lamp. I almost missed it again, too. What am I doing? If this fight's DPS is bad, by the way, I might just end stream and then get better gems off stream. Because I don't want to trigger them entirely. that's not bad. That is a little bit lower than I might have liked. I might have liked to see 5,000. That's fine. Let's back to the Hunter's Dream, and then we'll go fight one Reborn. One Chunga boss is pretty cool, though, I won't lie. It's always a W. I can't think of anything else we need to do before we just fight bosses now. Alright, one Reborn. This should be an easy fight, too. All of these really should be just an easy fight. That just was like really unlucky with our gems is all. Like everything else is going fine so far, it's just the gems were pretty shitty. Pretty shitty RNG. These guys are so annoying to run past. Should we skip the cutscenes, or? Yeah, I think, considering that we're already 3 hours in, we probably should skip cutscenes. That is the wrong way. Why am I running that way? Yeah. We'll keep running it. Keep running it. I don't want to base it off of this. I feel like what we've really kind of like boiled it down to, what we base the weapons quote-unquote tier list scaling, is based off of how well it does against DLC bosses and Garmin and Murgo. Not Murgo. Murgo's a joke, regardless of what weapon you're using. You can use a +1 weapon and it'd be easy. I guess Garmin and Moon Presence is what we also base it off of. That wasn't bad damage, it's just, I don't know, it's slow. Slow. These weapons are supposed to get faster with the more hits you do. I don't know if it's based off of the connected hits, or if it's just based off of... Let's do Amygdala first. I don't know if it's based off of connected hits, or based off of just R1 speed. I thought that guy got down here, but I was like, how did he get down here? That would have been crazy if he did, though. To be fair as well, earlier, what's his name? Or not what's his name? One of the Bergenworth... What are they called? Like Bergenworth flies, I guess? Flymans? Dropped down into the ROM fight, and I've never had that happen before. When did we get all these blood vials? I know Ariana's we got just from having her there, but when did we get the... When did we get the Yusefko? Oh, the Celestial Emissary. And Yusefka's clinic drops it. Let's just hope we don't get invaded. Even if we do, though, let's still just run away. Not the Winter Lantern. What is he got? Bolus. I thought that guy always drops gems. What's our jumping R1 look like? Or R2? Okay. Well, I'm gonna see what I can bait out here. This is interesting. It always kind of sucks when you have to fight Amygdala with a weapon that doesn't have a good jumping attack. Hey, we get some pretty good music though. I don't know why we don't already have that auto-selected. Yeah, not a good weapon for Amygdala. I'm not gonna lie. That visceral damage wasn't good either. We should have been able to one-shot him, honestly. It's just purely based off of visceral damage. But, it's fine. It ain't the cane, is all I'm gonna say. It ain't the cane. gonna repair all these so they get out of my sight. Alright, lecture building. Let's fight Mikolash and Murgo and then DLC, I guess. Oh, we still need to go kill Ebriotis and Celestial Emissaries. That's fine though. So if I remember to do that is all I'm saying. This damage is kind of cheeks, bro. Oh, it's right here. Honestly, dude, I'm really tempted. If anybody in the chat tells me to go grab the Tempering Gem instead of an Arcane Gem, I will do it. But if nobody does, I'm gonna stick with the Arcane. I just don't know if it's Arcane. The Arcane Gem just might not be it, bro. Just might not be it. This armor has no frenzy resist, we gotta be careful. That scurrying beast just walked off the map, bro. So we're gonna get one shot by a Call Beyond. We've Kin down, we're gonna want to change that after this fight.
Ah, Cos. Or some say Cosm. Do you hear our prayers? No, we shall not abandon the dream. No one can catch us. No one can stop us now. majestic. A hunter is a hunter, even in a dream. But alas, not too fast. Nightmares, rules, and chains unending.
I don't know why I got confused here. I wanted to make sure if you drop down on the right side, he'll always go there. Like if you drop down from right there. Yeah, this is an interesting weapon. I don't know, I've never really been a fan of it though, myself. I like high school weapons, but this weapon just is gimmicky, you know? And like most gimmick weapons in Bloodborne, it's not good. Because like the entirety of it is supposed to be based off of constantly attacking. And there's only like a few bosses that you can like stagger lock like that, right? So... yeah, I don't know. I think I'll definitely put it in like C though. I think that's where it'll go. I think we're also just gonna throw in this gem instead of the other one. Not that one. Not that one either. Did I repair this? Alright, let's go fight Mergo. We're getting invaded. Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck around with an invader, honestly. I don't care enough. And they never play fair. They always use some stupid build like the saw spear or something. first R1's missing. Like that one? How is that one missing? I think I said that last time too when we fought it with this weapon. That first R1 just misses for some reason, and it's like, it's weird because it's literally right there. Nightmare Sleep. Alright, DLC time. I think we honestly might fight Ludwig here, by the way, and then I might end the stream. I'm pretty sure we'll finish this up later. It's just I'm not going to be able to get them all done. I'd rather save some of them versus just like 1 or 2 bosses. We'll fight Ludwig here. This is always a good fight. We'll try to do him hitless if I can. And then after that, I'll end the stream. Normally, like I said, we usually get these all done in like one stream of like 3 to 4 hours, but this has just been interesting so far. We've got really bad RNG. The weapon's underperforming to like a 9th degree. I know to like anybody who's like watching this new is like, oh, that's doing really well. We're smashing most bosses again. When the Beast Cutter with like absolute cheek scaling is doing better damage than this weapon, it makes me rather nervous. And I don't think it's because of that arcane gem. I think it's just because this weapon is not that good. Kill that guy back there for blood vials, but I don't want to get hit by the cannon. This has a quick use time. All right.
Please help us. Alongside this, the great terror looms. Leviticus is coming. Have mercy. Have mercy upon us. side all along. My true mentor, my guiding moonlight.
Yeah. Alright. I'll go ahead and end the stream here. We'll go back here. I don't have much to say. If I do return to this, which I'm like almost 90% sure I will, I'm gonna give this thing a C by the end. It's just not good. Like the fact that it's S scaling and only doing like that little for what we have on it is kind of sad. So yeah, thanks to everybody who's been watching. If we don't, we've already finished this weapon before. I kind of already knew where it was at, but yeah. Have a good day.